kazuha!
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. But what if instead of facing Ame no Mayuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light. Whoa, whoa! Surely you don't mean... Are you serious?
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years. Or rather, as a means to occupy Ame no Mayuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition, as a descendant of the Kaedehara clan.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but in her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world.
So... swords?
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
So Ame no Mayuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
You're awful!
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's way. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. Kaedehara Kazuha, you stood against the... Now, give your body over to me!
Game's up. Time's over. Quietly now.
Rewrite history!
Gotcha.
Not now.
Submit
Don't be
to
scared.
me.
Commit it to memory. Yeah.
Emerge. Right here.
Do not stand in my way.
Your bluff's fooling no one.
Lost. I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more. Even if you defeat me here, he is but a puppet that can be replaced. The end result is the same. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but by any means necessary.
Your fighting style. It is indeed the form, but from your movements, I sense only hate.
Really? You can...
As I've mentioned before, since the blade is currently possessing Ame no Mayuya, if you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate single...
Are you trying to claim that I am help? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin art's secrets. In that regard, why...
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are... Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his...
And what of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and... But the way I see it, What began as an ambition has long...
What would you know about any of this? I'm just one step away from...
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
You...
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, how could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when...
Silence, you blabbering fool! I must achieve my goal. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not so... It is pointless to argue further, descendant.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state.
What?
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to crush. Once we have dealt with them...
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose...
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Amenoma. The cursed blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it.
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, we have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. Now, take me in your hand.
Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but it's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will. Thank you.
What should we do next?
We find some... Although this blade has endured much turmoil, if a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, if he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face...
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's...
all right.
What about Amenoma Yuya?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he...
Are we sure this is a good idea? Okay, fine.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
Fairy, it's my lucky day. There's more!
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night! I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use, though he's making every effort to persevere.
Something else?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, he is instead trying to match my fighting rhythm. Let's keep going.
Let's get down to business.
The wind knows me. Wind strider.
The fairy. Let's get down to business. How's this?
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. He cannot hold out much longer.
But what would the...
I will be careful. He's still trying to achieve his...
Take this!
One with nature.
This isn't over!
Into the wind. That hurt! As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Cheap tricks! Cut down! Like this.
Are you okay?
Yes,
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer.
perhaps this time we'll find...
True form? But is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk!
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even... Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I've finally figured out why it was that you agreed. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I the only one who truly understood you had already...
Huh? What's that?
There they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming? Yup! We can help!
Don't worry. It's just...
Let's get down to business.
Into the wind. The wind knows me.
There's a fairy.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
You fought great!
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh. No one knew anything of my story throughout. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with...
But in this too you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard, too much time has passed. My physical state is poor and without proper maintenance. Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Skill, blade, determination, and desire. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was
I sensed it.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. I feel a great sense of regret for you. The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. You have known this for a long time.
He gave me everything. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, "Do not worry for me." How could I go back on my word?
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things. When I touched the hilt for the first time, a bladesmith lay quietly on the bed. His frail face, a newly forged blade lay by his side.
Wow.
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith he spent the rest of his life in the forge. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His soul so he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to... All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliant.
So that's the... But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were warped by the...
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that this blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. Yes. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck at that fleeting moment at the dawn of his journey. He seems to have calmed down, though.
When I look back at the past, I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes, but darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition...
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, but I still cannot bring myself to forsake. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too?
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will... My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should
His attitude hurt? What do you think, Kazuha?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again. Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle.
Oh? And who would be the opponent?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. You must have plenty of reasons to both hate...
Understood. Then let...
I see. I utterly despise him and his actions. But if a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your...
Thanks for your help.
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear in any case for a final...
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still can't let our guard down. Still, even if he's way... Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin art, Kaedahara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenoma Yuya.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor.
Wind Strider! One with nature! Wind Strider! Into the wind, as one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken, his sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away.
You also fought well. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes. I too trust Mr. Kaedehara to do the right thing.
Thank you.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go there for?
I am not sure, but
Take it easy.
I am sorry to have troubled you.
A prized Ishin blade. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of But I have some good news as well.
Really?
Yes. And now that Yuya is back...
I think I know what you want to...
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for...
What? No way!
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. I have decided...
But...
Thank you. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.